testing out the Fenix TK22 with the luminous SST-40, the new, more efficient, brighter SST-40. Mix of flood and throw, a walloping wall of long-range light, somewhat throwy, very bright, 1,600 lumens. It's actually one of the brightest lights I have used in a EDC format at any point in my playing with flashlights career. Cowardly little cat here. So here we go. We're going to go on a little walk with our new powerhouse, the TK22, down the street. Easily smoking bright enough to scarily light up anything around you. It's actually too much. It's actually too bright for most uses. If you're a cop and you're doing traffic stops, the high mode is going to be on the end of overkill for this. It will run a full 15 minutes in the highest mode before stepping down due to heat considerations, at which point it will drop down to, I believe, 500 lumens. Very good range, very bright. Honestly, it's something to write home about in the world of flashlights. 400 meters, maybe a little bit optimistic in terms of the specs. I think it's just about correct, but not quite, maybe about 370, 380 meters range. The tactical momentary feature makes it a win. Nice strong belt clip and multiple modes. So we're going to do, now we've done high, we're going to do the medium mode. I don't know what lumen setting this is offhand. Very nice. There we go. I think that's 500 lumens. Next to highest mode. Still very useful for most tasks. You can leave it in this mode, and because it is momentary, it stays on that mode without being overkill. And then go back up to turbo. Then you're back to the big money pot. The super bright feature. Go a long way up the street. We're back to 1,600 lumens. It will get quite warm in your hand, but not too warm. And again, what makes this so useful is that it is a tactical pocket light. I can just put this on the side of my waist and use it tactically. It's also drop resistant, cold resistant, just about every other resistant for practical use. And the problem here, I say problem, the good thing here is it is well made. Fenix is the highest name in the flashlight business. And so what you actually have is a great torch that can take all the abuse you can give it, and it will tap out the emitter's potential very quickly and easily. So in other words, you're getting the brightness that is correct. Fenix uses accurate specs, unlike most budget light providers where they inflate the specs where they're a lie. These are measured against the ANSI standard for accuracy. So if Fenix tells you a light is 800 lumens, it's 800 lumens. If Fenix tells you it's 1,600 lumens, by golly, it's 1,600 lumens. Beam is a cool white, really strong cool white. And again, it's putting out so much light that I can see a good range. And of course, if you're smart, you understand that a tactical light is not made for long range. It's made for quick, reliable use without having to have a big trench coat to put it in because it's too big. It's not too big. It's good enough to ride with you on your pocket. Very powerful. And these pictures, by the way, are not cutting it on how bright it really is. like to my eye, against a wall, anything within 25 feet, it really hurts your eyes. Much more dense it is compared to so many little flutters I have that are otherwise useful, such as my Army Tech XHP50, which is bright and reliable, but it's not quite Fenix. And Fenix is the name of the game. Now the price is a little bit stiff with tax. I got it off of Amazon around, what did I have? $103.70 out the door. So $103 and I think 76 cents. Word to the wise though, the battery holder that comes with the 18650 and the 18650 battery that came with it do not fit. So the one you see for $85 on Amazon with the, or I think it's $95, tax makes it a little more. The one, it doesn't fit because it works, but it doesn't, it flickers, because this is made for a 21700 battery, which is a little bit bigger than an 18650, even though it is very hard to see. So here we go, we're going to do a down the street shot. Very bright, very useful, very accommodating light. As far as the only flaw, you'll notice here that the tail cap extends beyond the little rim right here that's supposed to prevent accidental activation, and you can't do that if it extends beyond that, which means it can't tail stand. So if you set it on top of a table, you have to do one of those things where you put it in a glass or something, because it's not going to stand on its own. That's a disappointing thing. As mentioned, this is a cool white, and it looks very cool white. It does not look blue like the Crees. It looks just white, like white as a star seen in the distance. There is a little bit of yellow tinge, but you can't really see it except in the backdrop of what you're looking at, whatever clear wall you're looking at. You don't think about it at all, in other words. See, look at this. I could spot anybody. I could spot an animal, a predator, a guy on the run from the law, and it's going to hold this regulated output until it's required to step down due to heat considerations, which will be a good, useful 15 minutes. I've run it for about 10. Really, you're not going to have a very much need for that much light all the time for a solid 10 minutes, but you can do it. And I've heard of users of this light who tried that and it didn't step down at all, because I guess it's temperature sensitive, but I've been told that it's on a timer rather than temperature. I'm not sure what to believe. You can spot way in the trees there. That 400 meters may be accurate. May in fact be accurate after all. So, just show it up the street and see what it does. Okay, here we go. Way down the street there. You can't see what I'm seeing, but it's lighting up that house way on the end. Not well, mind you, but it is. And it's so useful. I don't know why the spill of this thing is so much more useful than all of my other lights that have throw propensity. It's actually so good. I've had a death in the family and I'm walking to get my mind off it. It's been a very depressing week. Well, that's another story for another time, but I wanted to do this video because at the same time I got this light, and it is altogether amazing. If you want a be-all end-all tactical light that does everything you want it to, and it is small enough to fit in your hand or your jacket pocket or your back pocket or even your jeans. Again, you can put it right here and it'll go right on the side of your hip, and it has a strong enough belt clip and a solid build quality. It's also very lightweight. If you want that, I insist, please go for it. Go for the TK22 with SST-40 luminous. After many years of getting out of the game due to the fact that the old SST-50 was too expensive, the SST-90 was too expensive, This is actually the name of the game. Actually the name of the game. It's a great light. There's no reason in the world why you wouldn't want to invest in it, and I think Illuminous may be brighter than most Crees. I think they may be more accurate to their specs. I have no solid data on that, but that's my opinion. So you need to give a look to one more shot way up the street there. Very confident beam. All right, have a good night.